Yeah, I know. Diane's doing iCat again. I'm sorry, but that's what I'm doing. So I found this in a magazine. So of course Diane went, "Oh, Rudolph Valentino. Okay." In case you don't know, he was a dancer before he was in movies. And he does the tango in. It's the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Did you do it in any other films, Diane? I don't remember. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. Look it up. So, okay, let's find a picture of Rudolph Valentino tangoing. That's a lot harder than you think. They're there, but they won't download. They've got some kind of lock on them. The picture's bad. The quality's bad. He also did a public tour thing with his wife demonstrating the tango in the 20s. And there's a few images of that. I couldn't get him to download right. Anyway, this is the best I could get. Anybody know who the woman is? If you're a movie fan, you know her. She's very young, and that's a pretty crummy picture. It's Gloria Swanson. And they made a movie together called Beyond the Rocks. That they do not tango in that movie. It's like a publicity picture. Okay. Well, gee, Diane, your time's up. You don't have time to create anything now. Okay. All right, that's all I'm going to do anyway. That's good enough. I don't know what else I want to do with it. And I would really like to keep her foot in it. I would like to keep her foot in it. Come on. But yeah, of all the people that you should be able to find doing the tango on the internet, it should be him, and it was not working today. Yeah, what would that look like behind? That might do something. Okay. Well, these reds, if you want to get down to the nitty gritty, they're a little off, but I think that's might work. When the clock strikes dinner, leave the house. Okay, it's a little short. But actually, I might like it a little short because of the border around. Maybe we should cut it a little short, have a border all the way around. Okay, I can live with that. All right, and as while we're here, which is as long as we're here and while we're here, I just found this chair in a magazine. It might even have been this one. I don't know. And oh no, it was decor. It was this one you can't see. And it's like, wow, that's cool. I should do something with that. So I cut it out. And then as I'm looking for other stuff for other projects, I found the object everyone will be, or should be talking about. Okay. And then as I'm continuing to look for other things, I found this dog, and I thought he would fit perfectly on that chair, and he does. Okay, so as long as we're doing this card, let's look and see if we can't do this card. Maybe. It's not a lot of that red. This is where I got that dog. He had a friend up on the bed if we want another dog, although he's kind of cut. We'd have to. Actually, could do that. Okay. They're pretty bad. Okay. Do we need this? I don't think so. classic burgundy. That looks too red to me to be burgundy. Classic Diane Complaining. That's kind of pretty. I just used that in my last card. And I don't know that we necessarily have to have a background color there, but it's kind of nice. I don't know, do you think the chair pops better on the white? I guess scientifically speaking it should. I don't know. We'll have to see as we go here. Oh, okay. Only Diane could say, ooh, at arrows coming out of some sort of air filter thing. Oh, it's a heat tower. Okay. Today's nice. I said these last couple days have been so hot. The last thing I needed was a heat tower. So I cut it completely out. I can't put it on the red, right? Right. Yeah, that movie I mentioned they were in together was lost for decades. They finally found it kind of recently in pretty good condition. There's some loss, but it's not too bad. It's on YouTube, or it was. I believe it's an Eleanor Glynn story too. I don't know, some of that old, forgive me, but novels, literature, I don't think has transcended time too well, to be honest. But you get to see Rudolph and Gloria. Gloria. Maybe we could do something like that so the arrow stands out. All right, that's kind of cool. What about you guys? Yeah, I was just thinking we could put another chair on, but it's saying the object, sorry. So maybe you don't want two chairs. Or it's up to the viewer to decide what the object is. Yeah, okay. I won't do another chair. Modern. We could put, that wouldn't be too bad on there. Oh yeah, right on the front of this, it says bold. That could go on there too. When the tango came out, it was first thought of as sort of a naughty dance. Here are things. Nah. Tallulah rug. Wow. Oh, that matches really well. What could we do with that? I don't know that we need it. Well, you know what? I'm going to cut that out. It is a little off. That, yeah, down here it matches better. This could maybe go back here. Yeah, I like that better than that blue. Perhaps we could put a little top and bottom. I'm not going to cut it yet because I'm not sure. Oh yeah, never did anything with that. Should I cut it out for another iCat? I guess, as long as we're here. Alright. I just made spaghetti a couple nights ago. What an unbelievable coincidence. This color might be kind of fun on there, but I don't think it goes with that blue, unfortunately. If I wasn't going to use that phrase, that might work. Oh yeah, so what about... Well, maybe modern would be better. Where was that? You didn't mark it. Retro. There it is. Okay, how are you going to not... I don't want to cover up her shoes. I thought they were pretty. Yeah, all right, figure that out. That's your assignment. Okay. Yeah, this one still is a little lacking, I would say. I don't know, a traveler. I just grabbed a few magazines. I didn't see what they were. Oh, dog sled. I'm like, wait, dogs. No, we don't need a dog sled team right now. Okay, would that be better? Because it's already, you know, in a frame border type shape for me. All right, I am not cutting it correctly right now. No, you didn't, did you? Well, that could be kind of neat. Then we have white and yellow, the best of both worlds, huh? So we still have the pop of white, but with the color. Maybe. That, you know, that's not really too bad, just the way that is it? You know, there's no rule. You have to have 9 million pounds of stuff on an iCat, right? Okay, I'm going to pause and do some cutting and some gluing, and we'll take it from there. I don't know what else. I'll have to see once it's down, but, you know, there's such pattern on that chair. Do we want something around? Think about it. Come back in a minute. Okay. This one's pretty much ready to go. I think it's pretty good. Stitching, black stitching, something. I grabbed these little rubber stamps. Yes. A couple. Which one? This one? This one? This one? That would be okay. I don't think I want 3 things. Diane, would you make a decision, please? No. Okay, that's pretty good. Well, how about on the top here, can run off. All right, and then we'll do the same thing on the bottom. Okay, I don't want to overdo that. Okay, the other one needs help yet. Actually, if you like a lot less is a lot more, you can leave it at that. But I grabbed this. What if we cut out a couple elements and splash them around? Otherwise, if that doesn't look right, and it may not, I think it's flowers. Because I don't know what else. How about that for reasoning? When all else fails, reach for flowers. I don't know that I would use that one, but just to get an idea of stuff around. Well, it's kind of something. Wow, it's another testimonial from Diane. It's kind of cool. It's different. You know, you can't argue that. Yeah, different came to mind. That's what we thought. Okay, what about that with circles? As in punched. As in, here, I'll just do a couple here. To break up, you know, the squares and the lines. This thing's sort of loud. Oh, that's kind of neat too. Is it different? Yeah, kind of. It's the object everyone will be talking about. You want to bet, Diane? No. I think we need a couple red here that I just threw it. I mean, it's right there in my little garbage can, but I just threw it before I turned the camera on. Yeah, red is good in this case. Oops, and I said red. Okay. What if that had stitching around in black? Okay, I'm going to pause again, and I think they'll be done when you come back. Hang on. Okay, 2 more done. I just did stitching here. I didn't really want to go over the stamping. It's not going to show up too well here. It would, but I think that's fine. And then this one, I think the stitching helped quite a bit on that. So remember, you're going to be talking about ICAT, or you will be, or you should be. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day.